And good morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5 Minute Morning Miner. It's Wednesday, the 5th of October, the day that Liz Truss will do her big speech. Will she do another U-turn? Will she impress? Is there civil war in the Tory ranks? Who knows what's going on in Birmingham at the Conservative Party conference? My brother's actually there. He's a Conservative Party member, and he tells me it is becoming a little bit silly. Anyway, there we go. How are you, Paul?
I am very well, thank you. And it's not raining yet, I see. You're expecting rain here.
I've just been on a conference call with somebody in Cornwall where he said it was absolutely tipping down. He's about to go and play golf. And on the other end of the conference call was somebody in Singapore, and he said it's an absolute monsoon there. So we are in the driest part of the world. Gotta have a good video life, don't I?
Yeah.
When am I going to get back on a plane? Right, let's talk about some things going on today, shall we? Start off with clients of VSA Capital. So let's start with American Lithium. It's only a small announcement, but we should mention it.
Yes, they added a new director there, and the guy is Peru-based. That individual, Karsten Korch, and he's actually an entrepreneur with as a founder of a number of different companies over the past 30 years or so. So long experienced individual to add to the board there. Again, American Lithium has this uranium and lithium project down in Peru, which should help them. And his appointment should help them with some of the relationships down there as far as government activity is concerned.
Which is what's key. Peru is deemed a rather difficult country for doing mining. Clearly, American Lithium, their main asset is in America, which is where the name comes from. And that's what they want to focus on. And I think this is probably yes, a very much a move that makes it into a nice sort of twin track position, although the lithium and the uranium could also be split into to make it a triple track. But watch this space. The big one in the UK today, probably, and it explains why Jeremy Martin was down in Falmouth at the Cornish Mining Conference holding a board meeting there, because some of his board members apparently were down in Cornwall as well. But obviously today he's announced a £60 million fundraise for Horizonte Minerals, isn't he, Paul?
Yes, well, they announced it yesterday, and today the results are out, which means it was more or less a done deal at the time of the first announcement. But it was oversubscribed. It was upsized to receive gross proceeds of 61.7 million sterling, or about $70 million US at current exchange rates. And it reduced the participation of the key shareholder La Mancha from 23.8 million sterling to 22 million, essentially as a haircut on the participants is concerned, and about 78 million new shares issued as part of this placement. So it represents about 41% of the total issued capital of the company. And just to remember that the Araguaia deposit for ferronickel is fully funded in construction and still on schedule at this point. But I'm sure this money goes toward project number 2, which is also a ferronickel project, but has higher cobalt components, so they'll have more than enough money to push that along as well.
Very good. Okay, there's not a lot else in the UK. Anything else around the world you want to mention?
Well, we do want to mention Guanajuato Silver, that's for sure. Guanajuato VSA client with the production update on the post-acquisition activity of buying the Great Panther Mexico assets. The key point there, a nice boost in gold production, which has pushed the cash costs right down on a silver equivalent basis to $12.85 an ounce here. And the silver and gold recoveries were 88.9% and 85.6% respectively in the latest reporting period. And they're looking at a nice run rate here of about 3.4 million silver equivalent ounces for the year. So making very good progress.
We do like Guanajuato Silver, not just because we love pronouncing it. And actually, Ollie, your colleague, is going to visit them next week in Mexico. So we'll be having lots of news coming back from that. But it's a stock that we really like. It's a mini Fresnillo. And we want to try and get UK investors involved in it, in truth, because it's a fantastic company.
And Guanajuato Guanajuato's a very nice colonial city that I've visited previously as well, so he should have a good time down there.
Okay, so you've been there, Ollie's going there, and so I'm the only one that hasn't, which is thank you. We need to address this. James, if you're listening to this podcast, you need to invite me out to Guanajuato. Thank you. Anything else, Paul, or should you call it a day?
That's good for now.
All right. Speak tomorrow.
Very good.